Hi, I'm K.K. Fong, Professor of Economics. Teaching is one of the last bastions of analog technology. A student who fell asleep in a 19th century classroom would feel perfectly at home waking up in the 21st century. The dynamic potentials of database-driven information have hardly been exploited. Imagine how different teaching and learning could be if digital technology has been effectively deployed. Most class time is still devoted to lectures on basic contents when it should be devoted to in-depth discussion. There is absolutely no advantage in delivering essentially the same lectures year after year. Suppose a well-scripted, multimedia-enhanced lecture is captured in a studio. It might look like this. To find out who has a comparative advantage in the production of grape, let's compare how much nuts has to be given up for a given amount of grapes. Jane gave up a lot less nuts for the same amount of grapes. So Jane is said to have a comparative advantage in the production of grapes. Similarly, Tom gave up a lot less grapes for producing an equal amount of nuts. So Tom is said to have a comparative advantage in the production of nuts. The slider bar at the bottom of the online lecture allows the student to go back and forth to the exact point he wants. Such navigational flexibility would have been impossible in a classroom lecture. After viewing the online lectures, the student can go to the quiz area. For example, this is one of the quiz questions. The student can attempt to answer the question by picking choice A. Submit. That turned out to be the wrong answer. He could read the hint or go to see the graphs. After viewing the graphs, he goes back to the question. This time, he chooses C. Submit. Great, that's the correct answer. He goes on to the next question by clicking this button. These quiz questions ensure that the student fully understands the online lecture. Such instant feedback feature would be difficult, if not impossible, to duplicate in the classroom. You have just seen a sample of what digital technology can do to enhance teaching and learning. Specifically, personalization, customization, instant feedback, self-paced learning, targeted teaching, just-in-time polling. But we have barely scratched the surface. Mastering the technology could be challenging at times, but ultimately it is our imagination that sets the limit.